Okay. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the very, very first Wine, Women, and Song. And this is a podcast featuring locally made booze.
Yay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And all the music that matters, basically. That's kind of what we're about.
Yes.
Yes.
So we are Facebook Living this because YouTube is weird.
True.
And we're going to have our podcast up when?
Hopefully soon. Our technical advisor says within the next couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
that podcast is available on Podbean. If you're familiar with Podbean, that's where we're going to be.
yes. Okay. So, should we get started?
Yes, we absolutely should.
Do?
So I guess first off, we should probably talk about where else you can find us at. If you haven't already, we invite you to follow both of us at Instagram, and we are at Wine, Women, and Song Gals is our Instagram, where we post videos and photos and selfies. So you can find us there. And then also, like we said, on Podbean, and then we also intend to have hopefully a really rockin' YouTube channel as well. Mm-hmm. So find us there, Wine, Women, and Song, or Wine, Women, and Song Gals. And
so I guess we should have introduced ourselves.
That's
if you don't know us.
Thing. Yes. So I'm Shonda, and AKA the Princess.
And I'm Eva, the Rockabilly Diva.
That's
I didn't
right.
give myself that name.
She just is. If you know Eva, well, to know her is to love her, but also she's the gal about town with all the music that matters, just like hopefully I am as well. I've been promoting music in and around Northern California, but also kind of all up and down the state for about 16 or 17 years now. I'm old, and Eva is kind of my right hand, and she's also a huge music fan, and this just seemed like the next logical extension. Where we live in Sacramento, it's not a terribly welcoming or friendly place for music or for musicians, so we kind of do the best we can to give them a soft place to land, give them a rockin' good time, give them a good show, and that's kind of been especially like my mission for the last few years. So this is our opportunity to kind of feature the bands and the people, and to kind of promote. We have a lot of local and regional talent, and we really want to share that with everybody. And so this is a much bigger audience than what we could do just hanging out at our local bar or tavern.
Yes, which we love to do also.
We do. We love that.
So we are going to talk about music today, some events that are coming up in the next week, and our drink of the day, which is...
Because we love the cocktails. We're all about the cocktails. So, kind of part of the feature is Sacramento is known as the farm to fork capital, for anybody who doesn't know that. We have a lot of really wonderful cooks and agriculture farms. We make the best stuff in the world here in Northern California. It's absolutely the best stuff. So we kind of wanted to feature locally made products. So the one that we are featuring today, if you're following our Instagram, it's the 1854 vodka, because we thought it should be a Bloody Sunday. Bloody Sunday.
And even though we're not really on the YouTube yet.
Not yet.
We are going to Vanna White this.
Yeah, here it is.
All over town.
So we wanted to feature, like local wines, local beers. If you have something you'd like to see us feature, we would love to hear from you. Our email, you can always email us there, or you can private message us on Instagram, but the email is winewomenandsonggals@gmail.com, and you are welcome to drop us a line there. If you know or have a product that you would like us to feature, we're happy to do that. Again, kind of California made, that's what we're about, because that's what we are. We're California made. So that's the vodka today. We also used the Lefty O'Doul's Bloody Mary mix, which my wonderful neighbor Darlene, shout out to Darlene, gave us this fabulous product to feature. It's made in San Francisco. No corn syrup, which I personally appreciate a lot. But
delicious.
It's good. It's got a nice spicy little kick. So we combined those and we made magic. We got some olives and pickles and a little celery in there. So if you're drinking up, drink with us. Cheers to you.
Yay, cheers.
But yes, we do have some really good shows coming up as well.
Yes. Also, just on a side note, we will eventually, hopefully, have some musician friends along with us for this podcast. Maybe we'll pick out a wine or a place that they like to hang out and have drinks and talk about music. And I think we'll talk a little bit about food as well, since again, we are the farm to fork capital.
Yeah, we're open to ideas also.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Wine Women in Song is not just limited to wine for sure, but we are also very interested in what you would like to see featured and, any ideas that you may have. And yeah, we'd love to bring some of our musicians along for the ride. If you're coming through or if you are local and you'd like to be featured, we would love to see and meet and talk with you and have a little drink with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, music. Tonight, I'm just going to say there is a show at the Blue Lamp. It's a punk show. The Moans are playing.
We don't discriminate. We love the punk rock. We love the punk rock.
And I can't even remember the rest, but it is a good lineup. It starts at 7. It's 7 to 11. Early show.
Yeah, Sunday show.
Sunday show, which is good. But definitely just wanted to shout out to our friends that are in the Moans.
Yes, we love you, Danny. Love you, Danny.
Let's see. We have on Tuesday, January 29th, John Emery.
And the Unconventionals.
And that's at the Torch Club.
Yep, that's a great music venue.
Yes, we all love the Torch Club.
Yeah, lots of good cheap drinks and plenty of room to dance and really an awesome assortment of Americana here in Sacramento. It's an institution.
Yes, it is, absolutely.
Yes.
Wednesday night at Harlow's, there is a great show that a lot of us are going to be at. So if you want to come and say hello.
Let's keep it real. It's like the show.
It is the show.
It's the show. We are so excited.
So it is Reverend Horton Heat with Big Sandy, the Delta Bombers, the Voodoo Glow Skulls, and is there one more? Is that it?
That's it. That's enough.
That's gonna be a great show.
Yeah.
So hey, if you see us there, come up and say hi to us at our booth because we're princesses and we decided to get a booth with.
We have
friends.
a booth, and you should come and say hello.
And we're excited to see Robert for sure from Big Sandy. And I don't know, are the other guys coming along?
So from what I understand, I did have a little back and forth with Big Sandy Robert, and he said basically what this show, it's going to be a really special show because they're doing, basically the Reverend's going to come up, he's going to do his portion of the show, and then they're going to invite Robert, Big Sandy, to come up and do like a guest set is what I understand to be happening.
That's going to be fun.
So, we're going to miss the boys, Kevin and Ashley, for sure. Mm-hmm. We're going to miss those guys. But it's Robert, and he's a dreamboat, and he's a showman extraordinaire, and it is going to be an absolutely amazing show with the Reverend. And for my locals, for my Sacramento people, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have not seen the Delta Bombers, you are missing out. Please, it's worth the price of admission to see these guys. I've had the pleasure of booking them a couple times. I've been able to see them a few times. They're becoming, they're just like worldwide now. So we really encourage you to come out and check out that show. I think the tickets are maybe pretty close to sold out, if not sold out. But if you got your tickets, definitely go to harlows.com, check it out. But definitely it's going to be a really good one.
It's going to be a good night.
Yep.
And it is an early show, I believe, as well. It'll probably end around 11:30.
I think so. Yeah. Early show. And they have good food and drinks there too at Harlow's. Yes,
absolutely. Yeah. And then on Thursday, January 31st, James Hunter 6 is playing at Harlow's. He is a blues guy from the UK. He's amazing. I've seen him quite a few times, and it's always a good show. Tickets are still on sale. They're $35 at the door now and online, but there is a service fee. But I think they go up the day of the show. So,
and if you're local, you can go to the box office.
Yeah,
and you can always get your show tickets at Harlow's. Just go to the box office and pick them up and save your money there. And if you have not seen James Hunter, you know, yes, blues is maybe an apt description, but he really encompasses a really large swath, if you will, of Americana, and it's a really good. It's just good music.
Yeah, it's good music. Yeah. It's true, like soulful.
Very soulful.
Music.
Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly it. So definitely, if you're around and you can make it out, definitely don't miss James Hunter at Harlow's.
Yeah. And do you want to go with the next?
So yeah, let's see. The next one I have coming up. Okay, so yeah, these guys are kind of local. Miss Lonely Hearts. They are going to be playing up there in Sutter Creek at Sutter Creek Provisions. I have not checked out this venue personally, but those guys are a really nice Americana band. And I think definitely if you're up in that neck of the woods, that sounds like a really good time to me. Hi.
Chris James.
Oh, hi, Chris. Hello.
And then also on
Same
Friday night,
yeah, same night.
My good friend and Shauna's good friend.
It's
yeah,
our
she's
girl.
our girl. She's a part of the, let's just put it out there.
Hashtag Sacktown Boob Mafia. Yeah. We're all ample gals about town. We've been missing our Diana, but she is playing on Friday, February 1st.
And that's at
the Tilted Mash, which another venue I haven't been there yet. I think it's a brewery. It's out there in Elk Grove.
So that's Diana and the Cherry Kings, and also they are up for a Sammy. So
yeah,
hey,
we should plug that for sure.
Everyone,
Sammys.com. If you don't know what a Sammy is, it's a very long time running awards that recognizes the local musicians here. So Diana is up. She's kind of an up-and-comer. She's going to bat, and we wish her all of the luck. She's our personal pick for the best in rockabilly for the Sammy for this year. So that website again is sammys.com. And anybody from any area can go and vote for Miss Diana.
Even
and the
Corey from Canada.
Yes.
You can vote. You saw Diana at the extravaganza.
I mean, you can't miss Diana. If you see Diana, woo, woo, woo.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So definitely vote for her. Those cats really deserve it. They've been working very hard. And
very hard.
They are Sacramento's great hope for the rockabilly category. So
yes,
definitely vote for them.
And then...
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So this is going to be an exciting show because I'm excited because of one of the performers who I fell in love with last year when I was at Tehachapi. I really went down I booked down there for the Saturday show because one of my faves was playing at 2 o'clock. So I had to be there or 2:30, and I had to be there by 2 so I could get ready. And that was Jimmy Dale and the Beltlines. Yay, love him.
Love.
And so while I was there, my friend Elvis Cantu, who a lot of us know here in Sacramento, he's a Wild Records recorded artist. He was doing backup guitar. What is it called?
Like rhythm
guitar for Josh.
Sorhan.
Yes.
Ooh la la.
And
we can't lie.
fell in love with him.
We both crush on him.
Like he's an amazing artist, and he's adorable. And
no, he's like from a time warp. He's like
absolutely.
It's like, where did that guy come from? He came out of a wormhole from like, I don't know, the late 40s, early 50s. Yeah. We don't know where he came from, but it's delicious, and
yes,
we love
he's adorable, and he's a great musician. And him and Elvis are doing a show at the Torch Club.
Yes, it's like a double feature. So Elvis Cantu, let's shout out to Elvis because listen, Elvis is like a big shot in the arm for Sacramento. We are just so pleased that he came here, and you know, he's not just a guy that's like just living here. He's a guy who's like really entrenched himself into our rockabilly scene, into the rock and roll scene, into the Americana scene. He has decided, you know, to just take up roots and to give it, you know, all he's got. He's boosted it so much. He really cares. He's interested in what other people are doing. He's interested in supporting other people. We just love Elvis Cantu so much. So
we do.
He is bringing up Josh. Who else is going to bring up Josh? I mean,
yeah.
you know, they wouldn't even know. They wouldn't even know about it. You know,
yeah.
we're like a party of two over here with our pom poms. But we are very grateful for Elvis for recognizing that and for bringing him up. So that's a not miss show too. February 9th at the Torch Club.
I believe that's a Friday night, right?
I think
it might be a Friday or Saturday?
I think it's a Saturday.
If it's a Friday or Saturday, it doesn't matter. Everyone should be there. Like,
come out.
Come out
wherever
it's going to be a great night of music and friendship. It's going to be amazing. So don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Come and see us there too.
Yes. So what else? Do we want to like talk about a few other things before we bust into that? Or
well, I mean, I think we should hear more about Eva, the diva.
No, there's nothing to know.
There's
nothing to know.
Woman of mystery.
I am a woman of
mystery. But tell us like maybe a little bit about why you are so involved with music in Sacramento. Like, what is it about? Like, what is your personal mission?
Well, first of all, I love music in general. It's my happy place. It's where I go when I need to decompress. If I'm sad, happy, I mean, it makes me happier, obviously, and I listen to all kinds of music. I mean, like Nina Simone, I love her. She's so true. And, I love music that really comes from the heart, and I feel like a lot of blues musicians, jazz musicians have that in them, and rockabilly as well. I mean, where does all that music come from?
Right,
honestly. Right. But I don't know. Ever since I was, really young, music has always been super important to me, and I think it is because it does just take me somewhere else. You know. But that's, I don't know. And I love watching performers. I love a good performer. I'm just going to put it out there also. Peter Petty, who is one of our great...
Hashtag Peter's Girls. That's us, front and center. We love him.
He's here in Sacramento. He does a lot of shows. He has different band members and different shows. And he's just a great performer.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. Showman.
Absolute showman, which to me is important when you're performing. You don't want to be like a dud up on stage. Elvis wasn't a dud up on stage. I mean, that is kind of that visual picture when you see them, anyone performing, is what gets you excited about the music as well. You get excited because they're passionate about it. So absolutely. I think that's where my love comes from. I'm like kind of all over the place because this is our first thing, and I don't like all spot on me, but I really don't, people.
Ooh, we're all gonna look at you. Well, listen, I think it's just like that's why we connected so well, is because you know, if there's anybody in this town that I can relate to more than Eva, I have not yet found them. We definitely have connected, you know, on the music level, because we love all kinds of music. You know, we'll go to the ska show, we'll go to the punk rock show, we'll go to the rockabilly show, jazz, blues, whatever you got. We love country and outlaw country. You know, we're just about supporting the musicians, and I think, you know,
local and musicians that come from wherever. Even supporting them from afar, like
absolutely.
We have a little friend, Caden.
Yay, Caden! Caden is kicking butt. We are so excited for him.
And proud of him.
He's a meteor right now.
He is an Elvis impersonator.
Tribute artist.
Okay, whatever.
Right. Yes. Right.
And he just won.
Gamblin. We should say his name.
Caden Gamblin.
Caden Gamblin. Follow him on Instagram. Enjoy, love, support his pictures and his videos. He is doing big things. That kid. He just
got first place.
Yes.
In the it's the Elvis Presley.
Championship.
Yeah.
Championship something or other.
We're so not,
But,
like,
yeah.
we don't have all our notes. But
sorry.
anyway, he's
Yeah.
amazing. He got first place. He is the 1950s early Elvis.
Like
you know.
Sun Records Elvis.
Yeah,
like,
Sun Records Elvis.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he is adorable.
Yeah.
And he is 18.
Yes.
He kind of fell in love with Elvis when he was about 16 on the school bus. His story is great. His parents and his brother and sister are great supporters of him, and
yeah, he has a really good unit.
and
His
he is
family
the
awesome.
sweetest. They are the
They're
sweetest
just the
family.
coolest.
Yeah, they're the
coolest
coolest
people.
family.
Yeah.
But Caden is adorable, and he is a great. He learned how to play the guitar, and he sings. He sings all of his music.
It's true.
It's not a lip sync thing when you come to this kind of tribute artist thing, but he's amazing.
It's
So,
very authentic. The
Yeah.
kid has really studied, learned, and memorized the moves, and you can just tell. You know, it's like I always talk about that. I call it the rock and roll bone.
Mm-hmm.
The rock and roll bone. You know, you either have that within you or you don't
Mm-hmm.
have it. And it doesn't matter how good you sound. If you don't have that rock and roll bone, you're not gonna be able to.
Yes, thank you,
carry it.
Corey. It was the EP Expo. Is,
EP Expo,
what
thank
he
you.
won
Yes.
first place at.
But yeah, he's got that thing. He's got that rock and roll that I guess, you know, maybe people might call that the star quality, but he's got that, and he really feels the music.
He does.
In a rare way, in a way way beyond his years.
For a young man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's what I'm saying about performers. You're a performer. This is what we want to see. That's what makes people fall in love with you.
Absolutely.
Musically. So, I mean, not that you're not just a great singer, but also if you're performing, no one wants to see a wet noodle on stage just because
No.
they have a beautiful voice.
No.
I'm
No.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Celine Dion.
Yeah. And if I can be, you know, if I can say it, like, you know, from a female perspective, it's like, you know, you have to sell the rock and roll. You're
Yeah.
selling the rock and roll.
Yeah,
It really,
absolutely.
honestly, I feel like, you know, when you are a performer, it's like maybe 60% is the genuine, real talent, you know, the way that you sound, the way that you record. But the rest of it is like, what are you doing? What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it when you're on stage? How are you selling it? How are you conveying it? Like, you know, that's what electrifies an audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think that's
We
what excites
appreciate
me
that.
about any musician that I see.
Yep.
I mean, and we've seen a lot, and maybe some people don't appreciate maybe their style, or maybe they're too screamy. But again, like I said, I love punk rock or punk. I'm not going to say punk rock because I feel like that's like an inappropriate term. I say like I love punk music, and I grew up in the 80s, and I love like a lot of loud music and, you know, some soft music, you know, let's go there, Depeche Mode, Cocteau Twins, love. But I mean, when you come to rock and roll or rockabilly, it's going to be a little louder, heavier, heavier guitar, and I love that. And some people may not, but I will definitely support someone, a band, any bands that come through town that I just fall in love with, because they may be just also great performers. And again, the performance aspect of the whole, it's the whole package.
Right. It's
Right.
how they convey their gift.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
musicians absolutely have a really rare gift, and I think that is something that I recognized, you know, really I've been following around musicians and bands and music since I was 15 years old. My first boyfriend ever played bass, and I guess I just never looked back, but it's like
Damn those bass players.
their gift is, it's a rare thing, and when they give that to you and you can feel it and you feel that exchange of energy, that's like, it's the best.
Yeah,
best.
absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll get back to Shonda. I mean, I think we kind of I skirted away from the question that I was asked. So we'll get back to
I think
Shonda.
you did marvelously.
We'll go back to Shonda, but we want to announce a few other things that are coming up here soon. Let's start with this one here.
Yeah, so listen, you know, if you are within our region in the Sacramento area, you know, Woodland, Davis, Galt, Elk Grove, Grass Valley, if you're anywhere around those areas, and you are looking for an opportunity to really get involved with the community of the roots music, the Americana music, I really encourage you to reach out and become involved with the Western Swing Society of Sacramento.
Yeah, so I think on their Facebook it's Sacramento Western Swing Society, but they have a dance every first Sunday of the month. Different musicians. They do have a house band, so the band, I don't know what would you call it, their main headlining band, or whatever.
The featured band.
The featured band plays first, and then so they play from 1:30 to about 3 o'clock, I believe, and then the house band plays after that until about 5:30. But I am a member of this group, and I'll have to say, it really makes me happy to see people of a more advanced age, having fun and dancing and getting out and socializing. And I've made a lot of great friends.
But more than that too. Yes, absolutely. Is there a lot of beautiful silver-haired folk there?
Yes.
Absolutely. But here's the thing: that group is keeping that legacy and that heritage that we have here in Sacramento. The whole Bob Wills and that whole era. They are keeping it alive. So, it's like Josh Sorheim. It's like a step back in time. When you come to one of their dances, you're transported somewhere else. You're not here with your cell phone. You're not here, isolated all by yourself. You're with this group of people, and it's it almost, I don't know if I want to use the analogy, but it almost feels like a really good time at like a church potluck, like in the best sense, like that feeling of fellowship and that feeling of community and that feeling of, relating to everybody and just having a good time, just turning off the world and having a great time.
All the ladies dress up, they're in their little heels. All the men are dressed up, whether it's a cowboy shirt and jeans and a cowboy hat, or they're a little more fancier in a Western suit, but everybody's dressed up. It's nice. It's something nice to see. In the age of yoga pants and like
flip-flops and cargo shorts and
especially the yoga pants. I can't stand it. So I love this this culture. I love these people over at the Western Swing Society, and just a little shout out. My friend Jeff Tilton is on the board, so we're gonna try to get some other style bands. We want to bring some other bands in, hopefully, so that even these people that have been listening to similar music all their lives, that they can experience a little bit more of what we experience as a younger crowd. So hopefully that'll happen. But every first Sunday of the month, so February 3rd.
Yeah.
Who do we have?
So it's Big Trouble.
I think there's a guy.
Big Trouble.
It's someone with big trouble. I'm sorry, we're so off. Okay, this is the first time, people, so we're trying.
Working out the bugs. If you only knew behind the scenes how we worked out these bugs. Listen.
It was like this real quick. What's going on?
But just getting ready to do it. So
So
next
anyway,
time will be better, we promise.
Yeah, it will be.
Maybe it won't be, but
we'll be more.
Anyway.
But who cares? I mean,
we're having fun. Are you having weirdness.
Fun? Yeah. Are you having fun? Like, hey. So anyway, that is going to be it's going to be a fun time. Like if you're there, like again, this is something that we want to keep going. Like I said, I'm a member. Jeff, before he was on the board, him and I became members. We got a few other people to become members, get a little discount at the door, but at the same rate, it's more like Shonda was saying, like the fellowship of people.
It's a guaranteed Sunday fun day. It's early. Sunday it happens early. You get to dress up. You get to go listen to some really good musicians.
Yes.
And they're keeping that legacy alive. So it's definitely a worthwhile, fun time on Sunday for sure. Yeah, so definitely check out the Western Swing Society.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we want to just bring up a few things that are coming up, like
on our radar.
Yeah, on our radar.
Yeah.
So I missed the first one. Shonda missed the first one. We missed the first one.
Sorry.
But Baja Bop. It's a
if you're not
cruise.
familiar with the concept, yes, it's a rockabilly cruise. We're all getting to that age, right? We want to sit on the lounge chair. We want to get in the hot tub.
I don't know if there's any lounge chair stuff going on.
Well,
I think it's just music.
I like to envision that there's a
clothes.
patio chair on the deck for me with my name on it with a cocktail. I like to think that, so let me think that. But yeah, so it's a rockabilly cruise.
Yeah, so it's like a couple day, like 3-day cruise to Baja.
Yes.
I think it leaves from Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach. So BajaBop.com, right? That's where you want to go.
I believe
I think it's BajaBop.com. But this is their second year, and like Eva was saying, we missed the inaugural year. I almost said that really wrong. Thanks, 1854. But so he's got a good lineup. I mean, last year was epic, and it looks like he's gonna trumpet this year and really have a great lineup this year as well. So
the headliner for this year is Wayne the Train Hancock, which I think will be fun.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other great bands underneath Wayne the Train, who is the headliner. Again, like, I'm going to repeat myself over and over, people.
Thanks, 1854.
Yes, I mean, look, you don't even know just because Facebook Live.
Look, Shonda made it.
So she made it, and there was like this much vodka. I'm not even lying.
We know how to party.
God.
Hashtag party time. Sunday fun day.
Hashtag party and lipstick. Anyway, the Baja Bop is going to be really fun, and I think our next podcast, and if we get on the YouTube, finally on the YouTube. I'm like an old lady.
We're gonna be on the
So
YouTube.
are you watching us on the Facebook
You
today?
gotta find us on the Facebook and the Insta space.
The Insta. So I think we'll just kind of let you know other bands that will be playing at Baja Bop throughout our time.
Yeah.
So that's October 17th through the 20th. Leaves out of Long Beach. It's going to be a good time.
We're going. This year we're going. We're not going to miss it.
I'm going even if she's not going.
I'm going to be there. I'm not going to miss it. I promise.
And we're hoping that Robert will be there.
Yeah,
Robert Williams.
Robert, you have to come. Listen, you have to.
So that's something fun that's coming up in the next year. They are taking deposits now. I believe it's like $200 to reserve your room. I think it might be a little bit more if you get like if you want like an ocean view. It's a little bit more. Yeah, for deposit.
Right.
And you have until August to pay it off. So deposit and then August to pay it off. So I think that's all we'll say about Baja Bop today. We'll get the rest of the lineup later.
More is coming for sure.
And then Viva Las Vegas is coming up. It's the 18th through the 21st of
I think everybody
April.
Knows about Viva,
Yeah,
right?
everybody knows about Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah.
This is going to be the 22nd Viva Las Vegas. But I just wanted to kind of bring up the Saturday car show day because it's a really good lineup. Again, where Reverend Horton Heat is headlining, right? Is that how that works?
I believe
I think it's like Reverend Horton Heat.
Yeah.
But the acts that are playing
Delta Bombers.
So there are good acts. So it's going to be Hillbilly Moon Explosion.
I'm excited.
Linda Gale Lewis. She is
Jerry Lee
Lewis's daughter.
Yes.
She performed last year with him for a brief moment.
Right.
And then Wanda Jackson, people, like, if you have not seen Wanda Jackson, you have to.
You gotta.
She is just like an icon.
She's the queen. She's rockabilly queen.
Yep. Thank you, Elvis Presley, for inspiring her.
True story. So many good stories.
Yes, she does have a lot of good stories. And she's also recorded with Jack White, which I think is amazing that he fell in love with her. He knows.
Yeah.
And then the Delta Bombers, again, like Shonda said, they will be performing at the car show at Viva. So that's pretty exciting.
That's a good show.
It's a good
and
car
then,
show
you
day.
know, that's just a little piece of the show.
Yeah,
so
that's
much
just
to
a
do
little
and
piece.
see.
And we'll bring up more
As
later.
we go. Yeah.
As we'll get like maybe we'll go a day by day at the next podcast, like who's playing at Baja Bop and who's playing at Viva, like in which room.
And we have a lot of other weekenders to cover too. I mean, there's so many good things coming up.
But can we talk about the Berry Festival as well?
Yeah. Well, okay. So locally, yours truly, the princess. So, shout out to John who offered me the position to book and sort of manage the main stage at the Roseville Berry Festival this year. So I am booking all of the entertainment. It's 2 days. It's Mother's Day weekend in May. I know, there's so many yummies, right? So yeah, the Berry Festival, it's in Roseville. It's at the fairgrounds, I want to say. Roseville, is that right? Roseville Fairgrounds?
I think that's what
I need to look. I'm so well prepared. This is our fancy studio. Welcome to my living room. Check it out.
Living room, kitchen.
So
really
we're
cool.
fancy. We're really fancy and high tech. But yeah, so Roseville Berry Festival. So far, I have on the Sunday. I have that all booked out. I have showman extraordinaire. I have Peter Petty. Peter Petty's going to be in the house.
We love Peter.
I believe he's doing a trio for us for Mother's Day weekend. I also have Kyle Rowland, who is maybe
we love Kyle.
Sacramento's most amazing prodigy, blues prodigy, on the harp, melting your face.
Yes.
Incredible amazingness.
He is.
We love Kyle so much. And so he's going to be there also. And then also my other great coup for that show, I have the Out of Sights are going to be playing.
We love the Out of Sights.
So,
Chris,
yes.
Sugar Balls. We love
Sugar Balls. We love Sugar Balls. So we're going to be definitely going and twisting.
Thank you, Josh.
We're going to be having so much fun with the Out of Sights at the Berry Festival. So Roseville Berry Fest, I will be, of course, talking about this probably again soon and be posting some stuff on the Instagram as well. But that is a show not to be missed. 2 days of fun music. And for all of us madres, cheers. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be fun.
Definitely.
So get your best berry clothes out and go.
I know,
check
you even
that
gave
out.
me a berry dress, so come check out my berry dress. See my berries. It's gonna be a good time.
See my berries. I like that. So now, Shonda, let's hear a little bit about you again and
nobody
your
wants to hear
love for
that.
music. Or
Well, I think I pretty well touched on it, but yeah, I think
did.
what happened to me is when I was 15, I met a bass player and it ruined my life, and here I am.
I think there's
pretty
been
much.
a lot of bass players.
There's been a few bass players, but yeah, listen, I mean, there's just nothing that sends me like music. I mean, it's better than drugs, it's better than booze, it's better than
absolutely
anything that I
well,
can
music
think of.
and booze in our world kind of go together.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they do go hand in hand, but if I had to pick and somebody said you have to pick music or booze, I'm picking
music for sure.
Yeah, for
sure.
So that's definitely that's the love of my life, other than my kids. And I always say that when people are asking me about myself, it's music first and then everything else, but it's a tie with my kids, music and my kids and my family, and then everything else kind of follows after that.
I would say. I don't have kids, but if I did, music
you have
definitely
you
come
have
first.
my kids. The other mother.
I am the other mother. Yes, for sure.
Anti-evil. And we're grateful for it too. But so I mean, I've been in this area for a long time. I've had the good fortune to kind of go into other areas and see and meet really great musicians. I am the talent buyer for the Rockabilly Extravaganza. If you don't know about that show, it takes place every year down in Riverside, California. We're in this will be our 13th year now.
I'll have to say though, this last November was phenomenal.
It was absolutely epic.
Yes.
There's no other way to describe it. We had so many really wonderful bands and people,
and the
fans,
cars were
amazing. Were
amazing.
Incredible. If you didn't see that, you could definitely see the Rockabilly Extravaganza has an amazing Instagram, and there's some video of the roll in with the cars, and it was a very amazing really good time. Epic times. Yeah.
And our friends Diana and the Cherry Kings got a little bit exposed.
True. You know,
and,
that's when I do my booking for the Rockabilly Extravaganza, the thing that I always really, my goal is to bring some little upstart, some little unknown, some little up and comer, some, you know, somebody who maybe doesn't have all of the exposure and doesn't have all the accolades quite yet. And there's just nothing better than bringing a band that like maybe not everybody knows about. I mean, I make it my business to know, you know, who's coming up, who's really working hard, who's making a new sound, who's creating something new and exciting, and it was my very big pleasure to bring Diana and the Cherry Kings to the Extravaganza. And also, we also had our faces melted by Jessie Ray and the Carolina Catfish.
Oh my God.
Like, holy
Look
cow.
them up, people.
I'm here to tell you, I don't really think that there's another duo, another two people on the planet who could make that much noise and do it as well as they do.
Oh my God, they were amazing. Again, showmen.
Yeah, just
absolutely,
bringing it. So yeah, it was an epic time.
So I think let's just talk a little bit about the Extravaganza, because I think there was a lot of new people. So Caden Gamblin performed.
We did. We brought
on the
Caden.
Small stage and the main stage.
Yes, we put him on both.
So, and I feel like, wow, he like. You know, when Elvis Presley used to perform and the girls were screaming in the background, at one point I was just like, where is that coming from? And it was like, I was back in the old days where Elvis was performing and the girls were like screaming, and so yeah, absolutely.
I think that was
it was definitely a transport.
Because you never know, you know, when you're booking shows, when you're putting bands out there, maybe bands that nobody's heard of, you know, and everyone's kind of looking at you sideways and they're, you know, maybe a little skeptical, like, well, what is this? What are you doing? And having that opportunity to bring somebody, and it's like a slam dunk, right? It's like when you just like,
absolutely.
You know, you make the basket, you know, it's like, holy
so
cow,
many great
people
comments.
get it. They get it. And watching the audience just be electrified and just seeing them just, you know, completely immersed. It's like everything else goes away. Everything else it just doesn't matter. And what matters right now is this young man on stage who's just killing it.
Yep. And men and women were just
true.
like, who is this
like,
guy?
Fanning themselves.
Like, yeah, absolutely. It was amazing.
Way to go, Caden. Way to go.
And then we had on the small stage the duo.
Oh golly. Okay.
Can we just talk about them a little bit?
Let's do that.
I didn't get to see a whole lot, but I know you saw more than I did.
Upon the very respected recommendation of Robert Williams, aka Big Sandy, I was able to book Johnny and Jaylene.
Yes.
And they
were adorable.
They are like, you know, a blues royalty. They are descended from amazing musicians. If anybody's familiar with Kid Ramos and sort of that whole lineage, that's where these kids come from. And Johnny and Jaylene, they have this amazing, it's more than rockabilly. It's really not just a purist rockabilly, traditional rockabilly. They touch on that, but they do a little oldies. You know, you're going to hear some Angel Baby and some of that kind of flavor, but also some rock and roll. They did the Raspberries, you know. It was an incredible show, and I was really pleased to bring them. And I know it was one of those things where it's like the people in the know, like us, you know, they know who they are. But then there's people who are just like, oh my God, what just hit me? They have no idea. And that's what I live for. That's the best fun in the world, is just to have that opportunity to bring forth a band like Johnny and Jaylene. So yeah, they were incredible. They were on the car show stage.
Definitely up and coming. They're adorable.
Very cute. Easy on the eyes, adorable, cute kids.
Absolutely.
Little kids, and just
little kids.
And so much energy, and you know, again, that they just feel it. They really feel the rock and roll. It's really good.
And then Pope Paul. So we had Pope Paul.
Yeah, Pope Paul and the Illegals. Like, basically, they are one of my sort of favorites currently. Like, I have to say, I just feel like, you know, Paul did us a big solid the previous year at the Extravaganza. I just can't even go into it, but he was really there for us in a big way. And so, you know, he's just a great dude, an amazing performer. He, again, really gets the music. And
I'll definitely say a genuine person.
Definitely.
I love when musicians aren't super snooty and they
pretentious
and pretentious and
yeah,
he's just a genuine great guy.
And a great performer.
And a great performer.
And he's just
absolutely.
doing. I just posted a video on my Facebook today. You know, he was you know, down at NAMM and he's playing different shows with different people and he's actively involved. He means it. He lives it.
And that's what I love. He backed up Caden Gamblin. He did his own thing, but he also is a great backup. Like he's I think he understands and appreciates like people that, you know, everyone needs, some people are singular and they need a backup band.
Right.
And he's not like, I'm the big guy. Like, he's more like, I can sit back and he plays a lot of different instruments, which I love. I love a musician that can just
really versed in many things.
Everything, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and you know, he's one of those guys, and there are a few, I think Elvis is one of those guys also that's just like, they recognize that all, you know,
that would be Elvis Cantu.
Elvis Cantu. that high tides float all ships.
Yep.
And so the more that we support each other, the more that we are together, the more that we do this kind of thing where we're, you know, maybe creating together, promoting each other, we're a cohesive unit that really cares about each other. That is gonna promote this music as a whole. And that's super important. Like, there's not a lot, there's a lot of me, look what I did, look what I'm about, look what I can do. There's not enough of, hey, how can I help you? This is really cool what you're doing. I want to help you.
Yes.
And I mean, that's a beautiful thing when you find it. And when you recognize somebody like that, you know what? You got to promote that too. You got to say it and promote them. And we do. We love you.
Absolutely.
We love you.
Yes, we do. And Jerry Prefontaine.
Oh, well, yeah.
We love him.
He's a rock star. Oh, my God.
Jerry,
I love him. Jerry.
So, he's an amazing drummer.
Yeah. So
like,
if you're familiar,
amazing.
If you're familiar with like California rockabilly and you know, the Southern California rockabilly.
Yes, Southern
Orange
California.
County rockabilly. Jerry Prefontaine, drummer extraordinaire with the Rockin' Rebels, and I've had the very good fortune now of seeing and hanging out with him and seeing his music a few times. But he was a great hero for the Rockabilly Extravaganza this year. He really came through. He was a trooper. He was a champion. That guy. Holy cow, I don't know how anybody has that much energy.
And
God bless him.
He also is great at Viva. He is, if there's a performer in the smaller shows, he is like the, you know, drummer. I believe I've seen him play the keyboards as well. I'm pretty sure I have. I don't know. It's
Correct
Viva
us,
Las
Jerry.
Vegas.
Chime in,
yeah,
Jerry.
Let me know
Bring
because
that.
I kind of, you know, the drink, I get like little sleep, but I know I've seen you play the keyboards. So
and maybe we're a cake. Maybe I don't know.
So anyway, we love Jerry, and if you he again is also a genuine guy. Like if you ever see him at Viva,
give him a hug.
Yeah, say hey, thank you.
Yeah.
You know,
because he deserves it,
and he's a great guy. So
he is a really wonderful man. Really
and
wonderful
then
man.
I'd like to touch a little bit after we finish with the extravaganza on our car show, the Dad's Car Show, because I think that we need to give a little bit of shout outs to a few people that helped us out, but also the local vibe.
Sure.
But I just want to say Rockin' Ryan.
Ryan and Rory. The two R's.
Rory Justice. Yes, we love him. But that was a great performance. And
I will. Okay, listen. I mean, up there, you know, again with the Delta Bombers. Like, if you love the Delta Bombers and you're about that and you love that sound, you want to know what came before that? Rockin' Ryan and the Real Goners. That's what came before that.
Yes.
Because that guy tears it up.
You
want to talk about a rock and roll performer? Holy shit! I said shit, sorry. But I love him. And
we can cuss?
I think we just did. I will book Rockin' Ryan any and every opportunity that I have. If there's a chance where I can book Rockin' Ryan, I will book him because that man is amazeballs. Yeah. He's amazing.
We love Ryan and we love Rory. They're amazing performers. Again,
cool
it's like the
cats.
Performance.
Yeah.
It's a performance aspect of everything.
Yeah.
Like, You have to be up there, have a great sound, and then show me what you can do.
Sell it. Yeah.
Yep, sell it.
Yeah,
exactly.
there's really no better. I mean, very few. I can only think of a handful that are on par with that guy. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
we loved him. Who else? Do we want to continue, or should we move into
with the extravaganza?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so extravaganza, it's November. It's always the weekend after Thanksgiving. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So you can come dance the turkey off or whatever, but it's a great show. They're in their 12th year.
Dance the turkey off, people.
Dance it off. We have some really exciting things that we're going to be posting and announcing soon. I can't really go into it quite yet.
Yep.
There's only a handful of people that know about it, but there are some really exciting developments that'll be coming up with that show. So you will definitely want to find it on Instagram. You'll want to find us on Facebook, Rockabilly Extravaganza, and stay tuned for sure on that one.
I just want to see what our time is.
So we are at right now, I think we're at 40 minutes, right?
50
okay.
minutes.
So we have 10 minutes.
Girl, do we want to do the 90 or are we just going to finish it, or do we just want to? Because I want to touch on the two events.
We don't want to bore anybody to tears, and I think we need a new cocktail.
We do need a new cocktail. Maybe I can make the cocktails and you can talk, because we had dads, and I want you to we had a lot of great performers, but first of all, that was in June. Dad's car show.
Right. So,
but I just want to say that car show, I want to give a shout out to one of the Cherry Kings who did great sound that day. And brought a drum kit to for all the performers to use, so that we didn't have to, people didn't have to kind of bring their own stuff. Shadowlac, thank you so much.
We love you, Shadowlac.
We love you. That was great sound. Thank you for bringing the drum kit.
He's an amazing sound guy,
he's an amazing sound guy, and he plays the upright bass, and the story behind that is amazing as well.
Maybe we'll get him on the show.
We should. I know. We should. We will. Like I said, we're gonna bring people in eventually.
I would love that.
But I just wanted to give that shout out, because without a good sound person, sometimes music it's not great. I mean, even though the band is great, but you need a good sound person, right? Don't you feel?
And they're becoming hard. Well, for us anyway, they're becoming harder and harder to find. So we really appreciate you, Shad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to Shadowlac of the Cherry Kings, Diana and the Cherry Kings.
Thank you, Diana, for letting us borrow him.
yes, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put her on the task here. She's gonna make some.
I'm gonna make cocktails,
and I will talk briefly here
about the bands that
and
were
about
there
Dads.
that day. And
okay. So Dad's Nostalgic is a show that I have been producing. This will be my second year. Oh, look, go ahead. Get that ice, girl. She's using my ice maker. Go ahead, get that ice.
Okay.
Sorry. Please stay tuned. Experiencing technical difficulties.
I don't know how much they can hear, but...
Well, if it's really noisy, it's because we're making ice. So, sorry. Not sorry, because we're going to have cocktails. Maybe I'll just do one of these.
Okay, there we go. We're done. We're good.
We love you, 1854. We love you.
1854.
Thanks for the Sunday fun day there, vodka makers of local Sacramento fame. So Dad's Nostalgic, it's in June. This is our second year. Last year, if you came out, we were trying to do kind of more of a weekender festival kind of a situation. And it was at the Hideaway, if you were there. Hideaway, for whatever reason, has elected not to do so much the live music anymore. So we have a spanking brand new venue, and it's going to be at the Wrangler Bar in Elk Grove. If you're not familiar with the Elk Grove Wrangler Bar, it is a real deal, honky-tonk, Western, fabulous. You can feel the history in there. So the owner,
they're real cowboys that go there.
It's so cowboy-tastic. The owner actually shared a story with me about that venue that Tanya Tucker actually played at the Wrangler.
What?
Yes, and it's true. And the best part of that story is that when she came in to do sound check, she ordered every single body, every person out of the bar, and they had to leave and vacate and go outside and wait for her so that she could do sound check, because she had curlers in her hair. So I love that.
I totally get that.
Because she's doing her sound check in her curlers, so we can relate with that for sure. So, sorry, there's somebody at the door. Anyway, so at Wrangler Bar in Elk Grove, that's going to be June 23rd. It's a Saturday, and we are not doing a weekender anymore. We're going to do a one-day show, and it's going to feature like bands and barbecue and music all day. So, thanks, Eva. She kind of handled that for us. But anyway, so that's a great show. So June 23rd, Wrangler Bar, Elk Grove. We have a few bands already booked. One of the featured bands that I'm bringing up, which is another of those rare rock and roll kind of bands, we have the Torrents. And I'm very excited to bring the Torrents up from Los Angeles. So you'll definitely want to be there for that. If you're bringing out a car, there's no pre-reg. We invite all makes and all models. It's going to be a good time. Oh, look, we have a new cocktail. Exciting. So yeah, definitely check out Dad's Nostalgic. It's on Facebook. So find us there, and we'll be talking about that more also. We'll be having some features with the bands, and yeah. So that's coming.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it is a very good time.
And I just want to say we had another event that was a fun event at the Wrangler, but we got to meet an amazing woman, Shanda of Shanda and the Howlers.
Oh, we love her. Yeah, we do.
I just wanted to say hey, because she is an amazing person, and we just saw her just recently.
We were down there for the Rhythm Collision in Riverside,
and she is the sweetest gal.
Really good.
So I totally again, I appreciate musicians that are just real, and if you are going to have or be in a band, you want to be real with the people that come to see you, because they're going to come back, and they're going to come back, and they're going to tell other people to come back.
Right.
So when you have a musician that is just so sweet and so friendly, whether it's a female or a male, and I guess they appreciate their fans.
Yeah,
in a sense.
for sure.
And then you build friendships from that. I feel. So I just want to say, shout out to Shanda.
She's
she was
so
amazing.
kind, and she's so talented, and I feel like she's definitely one of those that's gonna set the world on fire.
Yeah.
And she's definitely one of those meteor people.
Their music is a little more on the blues based side.
Yeah, it's a little more rhythm and blues, down and gritty. She's really gritty, soulful, delicious. Good.
Yeah, I think she even dropped her knees in the performance at 1 or 2 points. It's like she just feels the music.
Absolutely.
She's that gal.
She has a very soulful type of sound and performance as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun. Shanda and the Howlers, if you haven't checked it out, they're from Las Vegas. You need to see it. I'm sure she's playing every rockabilly festival from here to eternity. Yeah. So you'll have lots of opportunities to see her. She's amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure next time we'll touch a little bit more on some other musicians from Sacramento. Mm-hmm. We have, we gave you kind of what's going on in the next week. We have a lot of other great musicians in Sacramento that we love to see, and hopefully they'll have shows coming up and we can announce them. Coming back to all of that, if you have ideas, if you have shows that you would like us to feature, if you're a musician and you would like to maybe come and talk with us, we're totally open to that. If you make a locally made product, preferably an alcohol-based product, we would love to talk to you and to have you on or feature you as well. So the email again, winewomenandsonggals@gmail.com. You're welcome to drop us a line, and for sure to follow us also on Instagram for upcoming shows, videos, and lots of fun. We have lots of fun. That's our thing. We have a good time. I think so.
Yes.
I don't know how this went, but hey, also drop us a line if you want to hear something, or if we were just ridiculous. Honestly,
I think
this is just real talk.
Yes, it's a glittering train wreck, and we love it, because we have a good time, and we hope you have fun too. For sure.
We do. Yeah. So, we absolutely want to hear everyone, we want to hear feedback for sure.
Absolutely. And Raymond, I hope you got to see it, and we love you.
Yeah,
You're a real one, Raymond. We love you.
We may even do DJs or
listen, we got a lot to offer up here.
Yeah.
We don't have the venues to support it, and we don't really have the crowds to support it, but I'll tell you what, the people involved, they're real. They're real, and we love them.
And people, there are shows in other cities, and sometimes you just got to do that, no sleep. I'm going to see a show in Riverside, and then I'm driving back home the next morning on 3 hours of sleep. Hey, music, if you love music, that's what you do.
Well, that's one of the hashtags I like to use. We go to shows, we go to shows so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Get off your fucking couch.
Mm-hmm.
Get off your couch.
Honestly.
Listen, put your freaking phone down.
Yes.
Get a babysitter.
Yeah.
Go to a show. Support these guys. You know what? YOLO. You only live once.
Yep.
These musicians, especially, some of the people that we really love and hold very dear, they're not going to be here forever. We're here for a short time,
I mean, I honestly am grateful for my Viva Las Vegas experiences because I've seen Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis a couple of times,
Yep.
Wanda Jackson a couple of times, Chuck Berry, the year before he passed, I'm so glad that I got to experience even some of this music that my mom listened to and my uncles and aunts. I'm so grateful that I got to see them in person.
It's true. I mean, our music,
still performing.
Our music, that roots and that rockabilly, that music, the time is fleeting. Mm-hmm. We only have so much time, and even the people that are picking up the torch and they're carrying it and they're still playing that music, the people that founded it are founders. Our founders are rapidly leaving the building, and so we have to love and appreciate them and support them. But you know what? God bless those little upstarts too for making it happen, for keeping it going. Let's keep it going. There's a lot of good music out there.
Thank you, Corey, for doing that. Our friend from Canada has driven 20 hours.
Highway. We love you, Highway. We love
Highway,
you.
That's his name.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, I guess maybe we'll just cut this one short. I think our next one will be a little longer. We'll be a little more organized. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
See you at a show.
Yes, maybe. We'll see you at the show coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.